Is it possible to get too much of a good thing? If something is genuinely good, is it not fair to say we could never get too much of it? In truth, anything we do that goes over and above what is necessary tends to be unhelpful or pointless. This month, you could believe that doing something excessively is better than doing nothing. You might not see easily where middle ground exists. But try to apply some grounding occasionally to know when enough is enough. Not long ago, tuning in a television involved giving it a good, hard whack. Eventually, we learned where to hit the TV to get the best result. But the tuning in solution would always be brief as long as proper contact or communication wasn't in place. This month, what has been vague, misleading, or uncertain in your world looks set to become clearer. It's time to apply a different tuning and strategy. It could be amazing what widening certain communication lines can do. When we watch a stage performance and think we can't see people scurrying, getting costumes in place. We're oblivious to a crisis someone in charge desperately tries to correct immediately. This month, a comfortably calm and predictable area of your world could be offset by what's chaotic, new, and uncertain. But you can make things much more manageable by embracing rest. As the one sign ruled by the moon, your emotions are likely to fluctuate more than anyone else's. But that's one of the many benefits of being a Cancerian. As the one sign ruled by the moon, your emotions are likely to fluctuate more than anyone else's. But that's one of the many benefits of being a Cancerian. Because you make deep emotional connections, you form powerfully intuitive ones as well. So, this month, if circumstances feel more intense emotionally, that's good news. It means your heart is in the best position to take over and make sure you head in an undoubtedly ideal and very timely direction. It's time to remove some what-ifs in your world. You may have wondered what might happen if you pursued a plan one way and effort applied in a different area might bring. This inactivity has put you on the sidelines, watching what has begged you to take a bold step. This month, you're likely to feel reassured that the time is right to venture into new and more inspiring territory. So, be willing to step forward confidently wherever you've waited for the right time to do so. That classic board game, Snakes and Ladders, can be fun to play or downright frustrating. If you've ever played it, you'll be aware of how infuriating it can be to get close to the end, only to have to slide down a ladder that brings you near the beginning. Circumstances this month could have a similar feel or vibe at times. But as long as you push aside frustration or resentment and carry on determined, since September 14th, you've been in the advantageous position of having Mars, the planet of raw, crude, passionate energy, working for you directly. You'll continue to benefit during October, too. But, as is always the case, you can harness Mars's energy positively and pleasurably or negatively and destructively. This month, you will likely be aware of possibilities presenting themselves. Point positive energy their direction, and October will be a month to remember. We can all go to great lengths to keep the peace in whatever ways possible. However, sometimes it becomes clear that we've done enough peacekeeping. We become aware of how and why a situation or an arrangement needs to be shaken. During October, you could be aware of where proactivity and assertiveness must replace a whatever will be attitude. But a positive, well-intended effort promises to bring the right kind of change. Absent-minded professors are often seen to look frantically for eyeglasses that sit atop their heads. We've all experienced the stress and fear attached to looking for something that we later find in a pocket we're certain we searched 6 times previously. This month, you have a cosmic mission not to dread or fear what you believe is lacking in your world. You will discover it's right there in front of you. In abundance, if you look in the right place. This month, remind yourself that assumptions are your enemy. You're a logical soul and so who can succeed at filling in information gaps practically. But you're unlikely to get this correct 100% of the time. Any error on your part could lead to inaccurate conclusions and unhelpful decisions. So during October, allow essential, missing information to find you. When it does, even though you're probably the most technologically savvy zodiac sign, I'm guessing you're not constructing a time machine in your garage or a spare bedroom. Anyway, why would you want to return to the past? In truth, it doesn't exist. We can't hold it in our hand and say there it is. That's why it's important and considerably more helpful to look forward instead of backwards so frequently this month. Imagine you're flying to an unfamiliar destination. You've seen enough pictures to have an understanding of what to expect. But what if they are misleading? What if, instead of heading somewhere inspiring and delightful, you're on your way to a place that couldn't be? Further from your expectations. Where a cherished plan or ambition is concerned, push aside doubts. You might be heading somewhere unknown but may have misjudged how welcoming and ideal it is.